Hello there.
Hello there.
And welcome to Obi-Wan Uncloaked for episode 6. Spoiler alert, because we're breaking down the finale in 3, 2, 1.
I will do what I must.
Everything in the show has been building up to one last full-on battle between Obi-Wan and Darth Vader, and this finale did not disappoint. It's on an abandoned moon that Master and Apprentice come face to face for what they think is that final duel. But we know that they'll meet one more time in A New Hope.
When I left you, I was but a learner. Now I am the master.
But before we even get to that, let's talk about the underlying tension. There's this mutual understanding that despite how they felt about each other in the past, this is it. There's no turning back and someone has to die.
Whether he dies or I do, this ends today.
And then we get Obi-Wan saying,
I will do what I must.
which is exactly what he tells Anakin before their battle in Revenge of the Sith.
I will do what I must.
Cue Duel of the Fates, and it's on. The difference between their previous fight in the show and this one is clear. Obi-Wan has his groove back and the intensity is at 11. At one point, Vader buries Obi-Wan under a pile of rocks, but he escapes. Look at those moves! He's showing the Sith Lord stuff he's never even seen before. I love this. This is amazing. Great. Keep going. You're doing great, sweetie. Obi-Wan then slices into Vader's helmet, and it's the first time in years that he's seen his Padawan's face. That horrified look as he calls Vader by his real name? Absolute chills.
Anakin.
Plus, this scene mirrors Ahsoka's battle with Vader in Star Wars Rebels, down to the slicing of the helmet, and then calling him Anakin.
Ahsoka.
Anakin. Obi-Wan apologizes for everything, and we hear Hayden Christensen's voice distorted as he declares,
You didn't kill Anakin Skywalker. I did.
This line reinforces what Obi-Wan told Luke in A New Hope.
A young Jedi named Darth Vader, who was a pupil of mine until he turned to evil. He betrayed and murdered your father.
Vader is weakened with half of his face exposed, but Obi-Wan doesn't go in for the kill. Instead, after realizing that his friend is truly gone, the Jedi Master says this.
Goodbye, Darth.
And that's how he'll refer to Vader going forward.
You can't win, Darth. If you strike me down, I shall become more powerful than you can possibly imagine.
So here's my question. Now that Obi-Wan no longer sees Anakin and Darth Vader, why doesn't he stop this monster for good? Well, we know the Jedi are all about compassion.
A Jedi's goal is to defend life, not take it.
So Obi-Wan choosing not to take Vader's life fits well within that. But logically speaking, this is a terrible move. Hello, Vader is a killer and he has to be stopped, and you know this, and we know that you know this because you literally just said,
Whether he dies or I do, this ends today.
but let's be real. He can't do it because, canon. Now, let's talk about Reva, who was unceremoniously dismissed by Vader and is now hunting for his son Luke Skywalker as revenge. But Owen and Beru are ready for her and heroically defend their home. It's just too bad that they couldn't do the same against the stormtroopers in A New Hope. Reva chases Luke and eventually has him at her mercy, but she sees herself in the boy and she just can't do it. And just so we're clear, Luke is unconscious during all this, so canon remains intact. He still doesn't know what a lightsaber is when he asks Ben about it years later.
What is it? Father's lightsaber.
Since Reva couldn't go through with it, she thinks she's failed her friends by not avenging their deaths.
I killed them all and I couldn't do it.
But Obi-Wan points out that she's actually honoring them. Again, that Jedi code coming into play.
Have I become him?
No. You've chosen not to.
Reva ditches her lightsaber in the sand, and that's that. But what I really loved is what comes later. Obi-Wan gets to meet Luke and delivers the line.
Hello there.
You know the one.
Hello there.
Hello there.
And this sets the stage for their relationship later on.
Ben Kenobi? Boy, am I glad to see you.
Okay, now let's move on to Leia. The princess is safely returned to Alderaan and adds some flair to her outfit. Tala's empty holster, which was given to her by Obi-Wan.
Roken found it before we got out. She would have wanted you to have it.
She is ready to step into her role as a future leader, but only if she can make a few changes.
And let's change things together.
This harkens to adult Leia in A New Hope, a no-nonsense princess who can hold her own in a fight.
Somebody has to save our skins.
And in a really sweet scene, Obi-Wan comes clean about Leia's birth parents, explaining exactly how she's just like her mother.
You are wise, discerning, kind-hearted. These are qualities that came from your mother.
But we can't forget about Anakin.
But you're also passionate and fearless, forthright. And these are gifts from your father.
Of course, he can't say more because that would endanger them both. But what a beautiful moment, honoring his friends and bringing back memories of why we rooted for this couple despite knowing what happens later on. Leia also makes it clear that she doesn't need to know more, especially when she has great parents looking after her now. And Obi-Wan warns her to keep their friendship a secret.
We must be careful. No one must know, or it could endanger us both.
And that explains why she's so formal in A New Hope.
Years ago, you served my father in the Clone Wars. Now he begs you to help him in his struggle against the Empire.
And finally, let's get to that big cameo.
You seem agitated, my friend.
No, not that one, but nice to see you again so soon after Rise of Skywalker, Palpatine. Here's what we've really been waiting for.
Master Qui-gon.
Obi-Wan has been trying to commune with Qui-Gon Jinn since the first episode, and finally, at the very end, the man himself shows up.
I was always here, Obi-Wan. You just were not ready to see. Come on, you've got a ways to go.
And now it's time for Force Ghosting 101. Better late than never, right, Yoda?
Training I have for you. An old friend has learned the path to immortality.
So Ben's out of that depressing cave, his master's returning his calls, he's super zen, and overall much closer to the man we meet in A New Hope.
Hello there.
What did you all think of the finale? Did the episode deliver? Head over to TVLine for my full recap and let me know your thoughts in the comments. For TVLine.com, I'm Keisha Hatchett.